So I've had 11 of my followers send over their YouTube channels for me to review and completely fix. But what makes me qualified if I only have 8,600 subscribers? I built the majority of my wealth from faceless channels. This one did $23,000 so far in 2025. And in 2024, I actually did $129,000 and it has 213,000 subscribers. I also revived a dead shorts channel with 17 million views from shorts into a consistent cash flowing income that's generated me over $11,000, which went from demonetized to now printing me about $1,000 per month completely on autopilot. I actually haven't posted on this channel since January 2025. So if you've been trying to make faceless YouTube work and you just can't seem to crack the code, this is going to be the most valuable video for you to watch all year long. Right, Astro Fixes Problems is going to be the first channel for us to review. He has problems with an inconsistent RPM as well as topic research. So I can't help you directly with topic research because then I'll have to go live to see exactly what you're doing wrong when you're topic researching. But what I will do is take a look at some of your video ideas and see exactly what's wrong, why it's probably causing you an inconsistent RPM, and really just go from there. So what I'm going to do is take your random topic like this one, how to pay on Taobao using Alipay. So I noticed that right off the bat, Alipay and Taobao is going to literally give you the lowest RPM. Do you know why? Because it targets a really broad audience. Anyone can use Taobao. Anyone can use Alipay. In fact, Taobao and Alipay is mostly used in third world countries or people who are living cheaply, right? You're not going to get the richest person who runs businesses to watch your video or like a 40-year-old, 50-year-old old dude who has been working for 4 or 5 decades with a massive wallet to watch your video, right? How to pay on that Taobao user. Think about it. Who actually uses Taobao to buy things? Cheap people. And so that's why your RPM is so inconsistent right off the bat. It's just your topics. Change this into something a lot higher of a, I guess, authoritative supplier, designer, whatever you want to call it. So if you made videos about Louis Vuitton as an example, that will give you a much higher RPM. And yes, that'll be more niched and specific, like less people buy from Louis Vuitton, and so you'll get less views, but then you'll fix your RPM problem right away from there, right? And this video itself also, you can see that the channel is showing up here. There's some pretty small channels showing up, but what I also do notice is that there's literally videos about it from 7 years ago, 3 years ago, right? Very, very directly correlated to your exact topic. But if a video that's like showing up from 3 years ago is obviously getting good views and stuff, like I don't notice any videos or channels other than like the top couple ones here that are recently posted. I mean, there's a decent amount of recently posted videos in here. So the topic itself isn't terrible, I would say, but that's probably why you're getting inconsistent RPM. What I would also want you to fix is definitely your thumbnails. Let me see your most popular thumbnails. Yeah, I don't know why you change your thumbnails. If I go to most popular, your top 8 to 12 thumbnails were all blue. And you had this exact strategy where you had text on the left with like the biggest border ever within your text, and then like a nice little image on the right side, which worked. And then I don't know why you just completely changed it. You have this weird green, and then you have like a white thing as well. If something works, you want to stick to it. There's a saying, I'm going to get absolutely roasted. It's out of pocket, but if you ever had sex and then the woman says, right there, you don't change anything. You just stick to that exact same spot and you just keep on going. You double down on what's already working, okay? And so I wouldn't change anything other than just continuously doing this exact format. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. My second video got lots of views, but I don't know why my newer ones don't. Okay, so you have a problem with your newer videos not getting any views, and you have a lower average view duration and CTR as well. Let's take a look at your channel, Sarusml. Let's go over to this one. So you have only 10 videos. First off, you only have 10 videos. Your supply and your quantity is very, very low. But you said that, what was the thing that you're struggling about? Your second video got a lot of views. How many views did your second video get? 154,000. I mean, bro, your last 5 videos did really, really solid, and you're doing shorts as well. But yeah, your last 5 videos did completely fine. Obviously, this one was your best outlier. And I have lower average duration and CTR too. So what I like to do is you want to find patterns that works, right? This one is how you can play, and then this one's also how to always win. Very, very interesting. They all both started with how. Now, this one didn't do as good. How you can become the best gold laner, how you can play the jungle better. Mobile Legends, how you can become the best. Okay, that's very, very interesting. And then you said that you don't know why you're new. And I have lower ad. Okay, so I do have to say this. YouTube has this feature where they push out your top newest videos more than anything else. And so when you start a completely brand new channel from scratch, it's very, very likely and obvious that the first month or two it's going to get pushed heavily. And so it makes sense for your recent ones to get less views naturally. But even so, you got 57,000 views in 2 weeks, which is obviously completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And so the only changes I would actually say for you is to double down, but then also try different variants, because I noticed that these two thumbnails worked very well. This one is actually quite interesting. And I think the reason why this one didn't do as good is because you want to hyper analyze the specific patterns that do well. And what I noticed is that this video, and this video is 3 minutes long, this one is literally 3 times longer. It's 8 minutes. I don't know why you made it 8 minutes, probably for mid-roll ads, but then that caused you a decrease in views by like 4 to 5 times, right? This one got 153,000, probably because your average view percentage is a lot better, where it's like a 4-minute video that's fully impacted with content. Let me take a look at your content actually. Issue. But if a 4-minute video or like a 3-minute video worked super well, I wouldn't want you to change that. And sure, these ones are also doing pretty decent as well, but just copy what exactly what works. Stick to these 3-minute long videos because they're obviously getting a lot better views. But then again, you want to see what's paying you the most amount of dollars, not views. So if your highest viewed video or your highest dollar earned video is, let's say, this one because it's 11 minutes, although it only got 87,000 views, just do that one instead. So you want to hyper analyze towards what's earning you the most amount of dollars rather than what's giving you the most amount of views, if that makes any sense. So if I were you, to sum it up, copy this thumbnail format, make your videos back to like 3 minutes long, and copy the intro hook as well, because that's usually the part where it either saves your video or completely kills your video and then drops off, right? Something like this. So it's going to be either something within your hook, something within the length of your video, which is why your videos aren't performing as good, if that makes any sense. Literally anything, bro, for the third channel, Shred Zone. Let's take a look at Shred Zone. All right. Let me type this in Google. There we go. 20 videos. Okay, you have shorts, most popular shorts. I don't do shorts, and so I'll just focus on the long form. So you have 3 videos actually, they're quite good. The first one, I don't really like to count it because, again, YouTube always has this thing where they push out your first video like crazy, and so it's not a good representation of how good your videos actually are. But I do notice that these 2 videos performed better than this one and this one, and what I noticed is that like this one actually stands out to me a lot. I would personally click on this one because I'll make this very clear. The title itself is not too long, but it gives me exactly what I need to know. What 7 Mr. Olympia, I'll probably add an X here, by the way. What 7X Mr. Olympia champions eat in a day? And then it's Ronnie Coleman, AI generated probably, which looks absolutely sick. And that makes a lot of sense why it would get a lot of this. Let me see the intro as well. Let me see your intro. Great, there's another ad. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so notice how your intro and your hook right here matches and meets the expectation to your title. It's a jacked person eating, which makes me not want to click off. It tells me, okay, I clicked on the right video. This is exactly what I'm looking for. It's not clickbait. And so that's probably why your retention was fine, as well as your CTR. Because if they hover over the video and then it's not at all what they expect, they're not going to even click on the video. And so that's why I did very good. Let me take a look at this one now. Natural versus enhanced. Okay. So notice how, like, for this one in the intro, it's like kids, like relative shock factor when it comes to natural versus enhanced. And so if you want to get better retention right off the bat, have CBOM, because you had CBOM inside of your thumbnail. You don't want to change that. So switch from like this is fine, and then you switch directly, or have it like a split video comparison, exactly like the thumbnail. You want to have the first like 3 to 5 seconds match exactly what the thumbnail shows. And so like have like really skinny people here, and then just have like CBOM here within the first 5 seconds to match exactly that. Okay. That way your retention would be a lot better. It will get a lot more than 79 views. I'm not sure what your click through rate is for this one, but if you see something that works, like I noticed that this worked well, because there's a kind of like a shock factor. All these do have shock factors. I wouldn't say this thumbnail is bad. It's pretty good, but then that intro just didn't match it as good. Let me see this video. Hot fitness experts reveal best exercises for lower abs burn. Okay. This is this guy doing abs. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, again, you're matching exactly. Okay, what I would do is probably just find a slightly more lean person because you want the intro. I said this so many times before, but you know what I'm trying to say. Cool. Let's move on to the next channel. By the way, this is my probably 25th try. I tried every niche I saw, but I will stick to this one until I make it. Okay, so you have something called shiny objective syndrome. You should not be bouncing from niche to niche with 25 different ideas. Just stick to one because all niches work, all businesses work. It's the people that fail. It's the people that don't know what they're doing and doing something wrong, which causes it to not work. Okay. You have 5 subscribers, you have 5 videos. There's really no data for me to work off of, but I'll try my best to help you and point you off in the right direction. Are you living a script that isn't okay? Right off the bat, your titles are way, way, way too long. I can't even I'll have to take 5 seconds to even see what your title is about. 9 stoic secrets that will change your life. Stop caring now. You also don't even have a niche. You want to hyper specific your one avatar. Like the previous channels before was very easy to see and distinguish what niche is this. This is going to take me a minute to figure out who is even trying to watch these videos. Because the thing about YouTube you have to understand is YouTube doesn't think of, okay, who should I push this video to? They think to each individual viewer who uses YouTube, what's the best video I can serve to this individual viewer? So they only try to satisfy every individual viewer to specifically what they want to watch, not what viewer best suits for this video that you have uploaded. Does that make sense? And so you really have to do that reverse engineering part a lot better. They told you to hide this, but it's your secret weapon. What does that even mean? They told you to hide that. That just makes me not interested because there's a certain point where curiosity becomes too much and there's not enough context for it to become curiosity driven enough and for me to want to click on it. Okay, enough of the yapping. Let me take a look at some of your videos. 9 stoic secrets. Yeah, again, I can't really hear much, but you have text. I can't hear anything, which is kind of a pain. But what I would say is that this beginning intro, the first 5 or so seconds, right? It's 8 seconds in, and then you actually go into a video. I don't know why you have this thing right here. Act as if nothing bothers you. Sure, this is motivational stuff, but it's better to add this throughout your video in the middle or near the end when they're already mesmerized by the first intro bit. Because one thing I learned from Mr. Beast as personal experience as well, if someone watches the first minute of your video, they're not going to even notice that they're watching your video or staying on the video. They're just going to watch until the end, as long as you just don't mess up terribly. So have boring content at the back end and then load the front end with the most interesting stuff. That's what I would say for you. Shorten your titles a ton. That's one big thing. The thumbnails aren't even actually that bad. There's proven formats that I've seen thumbnails like these work. But first, identify what niche you want to do. And I can't even tell what your specific avatar is. It seems like it is mind and motivation, mindset related. I'll show you this very, very good YouTube channel called, what's it called? Hudson Cosper. So they're not a faceless channel, but they do the same mind motivation kind of content. And you would notice that they have a very, very distinct pattern that's within all their best videos. 135,000, 118,000, and then his other newest ones right here are doing pretty decent as well. But he has a specific pattern, which is you'll see this when God knows you're ready to get your dream life. I mastered a lot of traction to make millions, dream life. The raw truth about how it feels to get rich young. It's dream life, getting rich, related, and all of them have kind of the same background pattern, intro pattern. Even the songs in this video is the same if you watch it. So you want to first find something that works well and then just literally make 20 other different variations of the same proven format, but not from Alex Hormozy. And then just make these just a lot easier and shorter to click on. Very, very important. So there's a lot of work for your channel, but that's fine. The how-to vaults. Let's check out this channel. Okay, so this next guy says, my struggle is not getting good views. I saw my competitors get 1 million views on their first video. Okay, interesting. On their first video, who's your competitor? DM me who your competitor is, and I'm curious to see what that is. But how to change your TikTok's profile picture? Let's actually take a look at this each video. So if I type this in, right? If I type this on YouTube, Right off the bat, you're competing against channels with 1.36 million subscribers and 332,000 subscribers. The channels that are showing up first when you're trying to focus on educational search-based videos is you want the top videos that are showing up to be a lot smaller, because your channel is small, and for your videos to compete with these top videos that are also 10 to 100 times to 1,000 times bigger than your channel, your chances of getting views to begin with is near impossible. Okay, so fix your topic research, and so your videos are only more niched, but then also more less saturated, where the videos showing up are like very, very small channels as well. So that way you actually have a competitive edge to doing well, like how to fix iOS battery drain, how to turn on dark mode on WhatsApp. Also, like all of these video topics are beyond saturated. I've heard of TikTok before. I've heard of Roblox before. I've heard of whatever battery drain before. You almost want to make video ideas like within educational content like this. You want to make it so that way the application or the idea is so unique and original, or on something that I've personally never even heard of before. So you know that it's niched, and you know that the supply for it is next to zero. And yes, that will shorten your demand, but that's completely fine, because eventually when it does end up getting more traction, you're going to do so much better. Okay, I want to show you this very, very cool channel as well called Max Stoic. And so this is completely unrelated to this, but it helps a lot for getting more views. Notice how his most recent video got 22,000 subscribers, views, and then the rest of his other videos are complete, 500 views, 400 views, 500 views. The reason why his newest video did so well is because he did something called trend jacking. He was the first person to capitalize on Iman Gaji buying WAP, which became ultra mega viral. And because he was the first person to do it, that's why he got a lot of views. So your competitor, wherever it says, you said your competitor got 1 million views, that's probably why, because he was one of the first individuals to make that video. And so within the educational space, you either have to be the first person to make that educational based video or the best person. And if you're not the first person, you better make sure that if the supply isn't zero, like I showed you earlier, and you didn't pull a Max Stoic like that other channel, you have to make sure that your quality is top tier. And this is complete, in the nicest way, garbage. Because sure, it's generic, it's whatever, but everyone's doing the same thing as you. You have to find a way to stand out. Like if you have the same kind of background, the same kind of format where it's just text and then screenshot, like you're not going to do as good as the people who innovate. So find a way to innovate within your educational space, whether that be having, let me think here. If I were you, what I would do is go to most popular. What I would do is split test a couple of different other thumbnail designs, because you literally, for the last 39 videos, have the exact same thumbnail format. You want to first see, because every channel is different. If you split tested a thumbnail with a face in it, or a thumbnail with only text, or a thumbnail with a real person holding like a vlog selfie screenshot, just try different things. And then once you find something that sticks, then you replace all your other thumbnails with that proven format. You have to have a proof of concept first, and then what I said earlier as well, just make those changes, and then you would be goated. Okay. If I'm the luck one, please burn my channel so my algorithm doesn't get messed up. No, I'm not gonna burn your channel. It's called Celebrity Spills. Let's take a look at this channel. 219 subscribers, 7 videos. Okay. So what I would say, the thumbnails aren't actually that bad. I like how it's AI generated. So you've been posting for a year and then you're super inconsistent. So that's one thing. Fix your consistency. You also need more volume, because with 7 videos, you can't really know if it's the algorithm that's just not catching on yet, or if your videos just suck. I would just post a lot more. Post at least 15 videos per week. Celebrity spills, right? And then you didn't give me anything struggling related, so I don't know exactly what to help you with, but I'll take a look at your videos to see what's up, right? This video did good. Problem Child takes Unboxing Legend. The reason why it did good is because, again, it's a version of trend jacking. It's a very easy but effective way for even beginners to do well, because it doesn't require a lot of skills, and all it requires is speed. The sooner and the faster you get your video out to a trend, when the supply for it is very, very low, naturally the demand will outweigh it, and then you can get a lot of views very easily, even with the poorest ideation and poorest automation videos ever, okay? So for you, if it's celebrity spills, you better believe that all of your titles and videos have to be about something that is super early and super viral and super trending, and you're going to be one of the first channels to capitalize on it. Celebrity news channels, as a whole is all about speed. Because that's literally what it is. Celebrity news, celebrity spills, whatever it is. Viral, what's celebrity? Viral, what are basically the trendy things that are going to go on. They're going to die out in 2 weeks. So speed is your number one priority. Donald Trump exposes stupidly expensive things he owns. The title itself doesn't give me an enticing reason to click on it. Like, I could click on it, but that's not like a wow factor or a curiosity factor, or because emotion is what drives clicks, or trends is what drives clicks, right? Both of those could drive clicks. This video did good. Elon Musk reveals stupidly expensive things he owns. Like, I like how you double down on it, but again, like, just double down on something like this. Like, find ultra viral trends. You can use ChatGPT, Google Trends. Go look at other competitor celebrity and news channels and see what their best videos are, and then work off of that. I don't know too much celebrity news channels because I don't do that niche, but I have friends that do it, and the speed isn't the number one thing. Speed, ultra clickbaity thumbnails. Like, these thumbnails look fire. Like, this one's like actually pretty good. F Zuck. I like that. But speed and volume. That's what you need to really focus on. Where can I buy a monetized channel cheaply? If you want to buy a monetized channel, you can go to the link wop.com/DannyMonetize. This is a shameless plug. I don't know why it's not working, but you'd be able to get a channel from me, directly from my team, and hand delivered from me for $4.97 if you apply the code April in the coupon code to get $100 off. Okay, that's only gonna work for April though. So by the time it's after April, then it's not gonna work. Let me see your channel though. You didn't even. Where is it? How to Pia. Let's take a look at that. 1.67K subscribers, 12 videos. You have 12 videos with educational content. You want to have volume all the way. You want a volume max, because there's really no such thing as YouTube punishing you for too much volume when it comes to education content. So you want to post this to like at least 120. So that way you actually have a better database on what works and what not. And the same thing, like, if you have something that works, like this one got 400 views in 10 days, sure, it's probably because of the topic, but the thumbnail is also very, very important. And I would just double down on that exact strategy, which is like how you're doing that recently, which is quite good. So just double down on this exact strategy. Free ChatGPT Plus for college. What was your problem? Oh, you didn't give me a problem, right? Yeah, just make a lot more volume-based videos. What I can say is that these thumbnails, like this one looks absolutely terrible. And the reason why is because the text, I can't even see it through my blue light glasses. You want to make the text very, very easy to read. That's why this did well, because it's super easy to read. And then the background isn't distracting. This background, I can't even tell what your topic is by just looking at the thumbnail. But this one I can. So in a way, you want your thumbnail to not be a direct copy of your title, but you want it to complement it, but also be very, very easy to understand what the video is going to be about with just looking at the topic, the thumbnail, right? How to hear everything in RGS6. I would have never guessed it would be about that specific title. So other than that, other than the thumbnail change, I noticed also you have a lot of gaming related content. You have one Shopify content, and then you have one Wix content. I would make a lot more videos that are diverse in apps. Obviously, you want to do that when you increase your volume, and then when you start to post a lot more videos, I would suggest not only doing just, very, very generic applications. Like, I've heard of PayPal videos, I've heard of Snapchat videos, I've heard of Instagram videos all of the time. Every channel is doing that within the educational space, right? So if for you to stand out, for you to actually get views, look at the top videos. I don't really, fuck it, I'll just reveal. Let me think, who do I reveal? Who do I reveal? No, wait. Like, this is one of I guess, better educational based channel. And you would notice if you go to their videos, they have a lot of videos. For the most part, they're actually about generic stuff. But you can, for example, like Face It. I've never heard of Face It before. Their Face It video, Counter-Strike, Bybit, Jira. I've never really heard of some of these video ideas. Udemy, what the hell is that? What the hell is Netlify? What the hell is, like, you see what I mean, right? I don't know a lot of, or like half of the stuff that he's posting about. There's some stuff that I know, which is like crypto related, finance related, trading view, Revolut. But for the average individual, half of the topics would have been, okay, this is actually not a great example. This is not the best example. He's doing a lot of, but like Gimp, right? This is not the greatest example, but notice like more successful channels within the educational space are making content about applications that I personally never heard of, or the average person wouldn't know. And so instead of just farming the very big saturated stuff like Instagram, Discord, don't do that. Just find different niche, smaller applications, and you can do that with either Google Trends or ChatGPT. Content ideation and niche research. Let me find your channel first. I think it's this one. Shax Finds. Is it this one? Okay, cool. Shax Find is. Hold on a second. I don't think it's this one. Okay, whatever. Let's just reveal this one. Shax Find. I can just count it. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. Content ideation and niche research and finding quality freelancers to create the standard faceless YouTube video. Cool. I can't really see again, like, because the mic's not working properly. I can't hear audio, so I can't help you with that. But for finding quality freelancers, all you have to do is, first off, use onlinejobs.ph. Don't use Fiverr, don't use Upwork. Onlinejobs.ph is good. Twitter is good. And obviously, the most important thing is the video voiceover. Everything else isn't really as, important. And when you first hire them, before you hire them, ask for a sample for their voiceover. If it's like really, really good, mic quality, and very, very minimal accents, you're fine. If it sounds like a potato, do not hire them. Very, very generic. Niche research and content ideation. Okay, easy stuff. You have 600 videos, and so you have a good supply of videos, brother, and you have good proof of concept. Like, you've been in this space for a year, so you know what kind of works on your channel. Right off the bat, what I can say is you have Netflix video, Vanguard. Okay, so all your best videos are obviously going to be lower RPM, because lower RPM videos naturally get more views that are more broad towards like any avatar. And you're struggling with niche research, so basically just finding video ideas. So you're also in the educational space, how to find your Discord. Yeah, so same thing. Like, this is what I'm going to find myself repeating more and more often, because it's so crucial. Everyone does the same thing. You're doing the same thing as everyone else. I like your thumbnails. That's one thing. Like, you have a very unique face that I've never seen before, which is quite good. Your thumbnails are clear, and obviously I could tell what the video idea is about just by looking at your thumbnail, so you've nailed that part. The packaging is fine. It's your topics. You're making Instagram videos again. You're making YouTube videos. If I reveal a channel, I will probably reveal a channel, but I have to think of one that I personally don't copy off of. You know what? I'll probably do one when I think about it, but a lot of the video ideas I would do best is going to be either things that are first capitalized on or the best capitalized on. And the thing about education is that you're not going to be the best, because the best are the channels with millions of subscribers. So you have to find niched, untapped applications or niched, untapped phrases by being very, very creative with your own mind to find unique educational based videos that no one has done before, but then would also make sense and logistical for it to have a demand and for it to get views from people looking for it on YouTube search bar. Does that make sense? Use ChatGPT. It helps a lot. So what I would do is, for example, your best video is like the version of Vanguards, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Vanguards did very, very well for you. Let me see how many Vanguards you made. Vanguards, right? You have another Vanguard here that got 6K views, not terrible. You've made 5 different Vanguard videos, and you didn't even double down on this. Take this video, remake it, and then do the exact same thing as your other videos right here. Like, your top videos should be remade like every week, basically, because it's proven to work on your channel. So just redo it again, obviously with a different video, but just make everything the same or as similar as you possibly can, and then make more videos around that specific application. And then also, once you've done that, you want to change a lot of the applications. Like I said earlier, I kind of repeated myself, but can I find anything here that's like unique? Let me see here. This one. Like, I know what Snapchat is. I know what Instagram is. I know what Roblox is. I know what WAP is. I don't know what RIA is. And so that's potentially a pretty good video idea. You know what I'm saying here? Make more ideas. Like, again, I don't know what reshade is. And so I like that. This will probably do very, very good across the next 2 to 3 months. This one did good as well. 1K views in 4 days. How to get level 20 fast in Valorant. Double down on that as well. Do like how to get level 21 fast in Valorant. As a matter of fact, let me take this idea. Like if I type in this and remove this number right here, there's 50 they can look into. Let's take a look at this one. How to level up 50 fast in Valorant, right? There's literally 0 videos about this. I just found an untapped video idea that anyone can take and probably get a whole ton of views. That's so crazy. There's proof of demand for this video idea. As a matter of fact, I'll probably just post this on my own Trello board and then get my own freelancer make. But there's literally level 20, but there's no videos about getting level 50 fast. Do the same thing again. Let's see if we can find other levels. Now, something that's also very interesting is like if you use logic and it makes sense that people are looking for level 20 and level 50, there's no reason for people not to look at level 30, level 40, level 62, whatever levels there are. Just make more videos about that because it's proven concept that your channel on your video, all level 20 did good. Just find more video ideas exactly like that. Look at the supply on YouTube for it, and then if there's like really cheap supply, just go into that content. I need to make more videos, but I don't have the money to freelance. Okay, well then that's not a issue. Just make the videos yourself. Let's take a look at your video though, your channel, whatever this is. 12,000 subscribers. Okay, so I can't read French. But what I will tell you is, number one, copy this format. It's proven to work. This thumbnail works well. Text on the left, face on the, like a silhouette on the right, and like a nice, beautiful sunset. One thing I've noticed is if I go to any channel that's successful, they just copy. Okay, let me just put this to the test, right? Let's go to this channel. And then let's go to home. Because I binge a lot of music when I do topic research, and like, let's just say this example, right? Deep Atlantic successful channel. Notice how if I go to popular, this is their most best video, where it's like a beautiful sunset, a beautiful XYZ with a beautiful girl, and then this channel just copies that all of the time, and that's why they're so successful now with over 104,000 subscribers, pulling in negative 12 million views a month. They probably deleted some videos, but this channel as a whole should be pulling in at least like 1 million views a month or 500,000 views per month off of doubling down on what works. Like all these videos are doing so good because he's just literally copying the same strategy on its best video. There's no downsides in doing so, and so do the same for your channel. Let me switch back. And then other than that, I can't read French, and so I can't really give you much other advice to grow. I have no clue what the video idea is about. I have no clue what your niche is about. So I hope that helps. That little bit should actually help a ton. Anime recaps. All right. Your channel is doing 250 to 300 each month after uploading 60 videos. Okay, this is the wrong thing then. I want your feedback. Okay. So I'm gonna just ignore the responses then because I only have, I think, like, yeah, a couple more channels. Let's take a look at these then just right off the bat for Ed Space View. 24 videos, less than 3,000 subscribers. Most popular. Lonely loser loses its banana to a spirit. So, okay, I don't know too much about this niche because it's like anime related content, but let me think here. Why are your latest videos doing so bad? This is either going to be based off of a trend to the best of my ability, or your thumbnail on topic. I have no clue what this niche even is because I don't do anime, but whatever this most popular thing is, right? Figure out why it got so many views. Like if you go to this channel on whatever, YTA Danny, my best video, I just basically now doubled down on whatever works well. Like if I go to my best video, you can see it's 69,000 views with this kind of thumbnail format. And so I just copied that. My last 3 videos that did the best had the same exact strategy. And so I'm doing that again on my newest videos, and this did good. This did not do good. This did pretty good. Decent. My videos right here, like, you know, they're basically the most minimal, similar way as this kind of format as well. You just want to copy what works. So for your video, for your channel right over here, what I can say is you have a split screen thumbnail, and that worked super, super well. So do more of that. I don't know why you're not doing that. Yeah, do that. I don't know anything about Nat Nation. My apologies. All right. Is this the last? Please tell me this is the last one. Okay. Dope. This is the last channel for me to review. I'll do a good review for this one. Okay, this is probably a bot channel because you have 13,000 subscribers and your best video is 2.7k views. Diddy Lawyer. Diddy Lawyer did good. That makes a lot of sense. Diddy was literally trending 5 months ago. So you're the trend jacking version. That's why I did really, really good. Okay. So the first thing I'll do is make your thumbnails, again, your titles a lot shorter. Sure, like long titles are okay, but you want it to be super easy to read. Usually, preferably less than 50 to 60 characters is a sweet spot. The reason why these are good is because they're a trend jack, but this would probably even do it so much better by making a lot shorter, right? If I took this video, lawyer resigns and walks out of courtroom in shocking turn of events, I would take this topic and then go to ChatGPT, rephrase this to make it a lot shorter, more clickable. And ChatGPT, look at that, quits in court shock. That would do a billion times better. And then now what I would also do to go to the next level, make 5 more variants like that. Now this applies to literally every channel I just reviewed. And so everyone do this, okay? Now you can see there's 5 different variants. Out of the 5, which one is best likely to go viral and why? So now not only are you going to get the singular best packaging, but also you will understand why and then apply that for your future videos. Diddy left hanging as lawyer bails. Notice how short and compact and wow factor that is compared to Diddy lawyer resigns, right? Diddy lawyer resigns and walks out in shocking turns of events. Like, it conveys the exact same thing with just so many less words and so much of a shock factor. So do this, use ChatGPT to make your titles 10 times better. And then your thumbnails don't look terrible. The sad truth behind their fame, what happened to these 80 stars. Your thumbnails are not terrible. So I would just make that title change, which will help a ton. Your titles are super duper long. Usually long titles only work with SEO related content or search based content because it makes sense for it to be long. You want YouTube to know exactly what your video is about rather than optimizing for click. But yours is a browse video. It's for virality. So you want it to be something like this. Okay. Other than that, very, very decent looking channel. I think you're going to crush it if you just do that one, change it long. Right, that's basically everyone. If you guys want me to review your channel in a future video, I'll probably pop it somewhere on my Instagram, so give my Instagram a follow. And other than that, if you guys also want to work with me directly and have live coaching with me 4 times per week to ensure that you'll get to 5K a month and eventually 10K a month, I'll have a link in the description for you to book a call with my team. We'll see if we're going to be a good fit to work together. And then if so, let's crush 2025 and print some money off of YouTube. I'll see you guys in my next video.